Lance Hall here for Let's Discuss with Lance Hall. Happy to welcome Nevena to the program today. How are you
hmm
doing?
Oh, pretty good. Thanks for having me, Lance.
Yes, I thank
Um,
you for taking the time
of course, my pleasure. My
here on
pleasure.
this busy time of year. Um,
Exactly.
your self-titled album came out December 9th on Frontiers. 11
hmm
songs on it, produced by Mike Palace. Do I have that name right?
That is correct. Yes.
And I have heard a copy of it. This is a fantastic bit of music, Nevena. You got to be happy to get this out to everybody.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you like it, and I mean, I'm proud of it too.
Yeah,
I like the songs. I'm happy with what we did.
yeah.
Um, so we'll see. It seems like people like it too.
I can tell you, I
We'll
was
see.
talking to a friend of mine at work today, and I said it's great. Both he and I grew up, through the 80s and stuff. This is a great
hmm
80s sounding album with
Oh yeah.
modern elements. I want to add that
hmm
as well. But
That's
as
correct.
as a child of the 80s, I this really took me back a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah, a few friends actually told me that said that too. Like, oh my God, I just, back in time. I feel like I'm back in my teenage days
Yeah, I
with this
definitely
music, so that's good.
I lived it. Um, let's jump
Yeah,
right into the album. I made a few
of
notes on
course.
some of the songs, if you don't mind. Do a little bit of a. I don't know if we'll talk about every song, but I got some things on a few comments here.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Opening track, Bulletproof. Great, high
hmm
energy, perfect song to open an album with. I really like this. I meant to ask you this before I started breaking down the songs. Did you have a hand in writing these songs as well, or were these presented for you to interpret?
Uh, so Mike fully wrote all the songs basically. So I just helped with backing vocals and vocal arrangements basically, but he's done writing.
Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay. So the lyrics were all
Yes.
his then.
Yeah, but we
Okay,
can talk about we can talk about some lyrics,
okay,
definitely. I mean, my perception of it, right? It might
sure.
not be Mike's perception, but yeah.
All right. And then the second track, of course, Bad Sun Rising. I love the chorus, and this is where I got that big 80s chorus with the
Oh
with the
yeah, it's a
multi-track.
big chorus, and then
Yeah,
with that
yeah.
entering into the chorus,
Hmm.
it's really catchy, right?
Definitely,
It's
definitely.
very much 80s. I agree.
Now I've got to ask you about the video for this song. Numerous
hmm
costume changes. You look like $1 million, but yet
Oh,
truly, but yet it's
thank
shot
you.
in some less than desirable surroundings. Um, did you have a hand in the concept of that? I was really curious about that.
Oh, glad you asked. So it was really, I mean, a little impro on that because we were limited with time, on time and budget and everything, basically. I was back in Serbia, I mean, just for a vacation and to do the videos.
Mhm.
Um, so the guy who did it, I just met him that day, basically, when we were about to film it. And he had an idea. He knew his locations, what he was able to achieve, with his equipment and everything.
Yeah,
So um, the yeah, I mean, I chose the outfits, and I wanted it to be, like lighter colors, but then um, badass, basically environment, so like a ruined house, abandoned house.
yeah,
And then we were lucky to have two houses next to each other, basically, that were different. The lighting was different. So the first one is more like lighter, brighter
yeah.
colors, and then the second one was darker, which was that made sense to do it, to introduce that scene during the solo and then towards
Mhm.
the end,
Yeah,
where I turn into something else, right?
yeah.
Especially because it's about, you're looking like you're waiting for that like blue sky, and then there is a bad sun rising at the end, and it
Mhm.
happens. Shit happens in life, and so we try to do basically portray that.
Okay.
Um, yes.
Very, very cool. Very cool. I liked it.
Mm, thank you.
Um, let's skip down to track 4 then. The next video you came out with was Too Late. Um, I like the black and white
Hmm.
on this was nice. I kept waiting for it to change the color and it never did. Um,
It never did, yes. I was also hoping we would have a little bit of like lyric video.
mm,
So although it is me in video, but you know how they do it nowadays, you add some lyrics that are important, maybe
mhm,
a few lines. But
yeah,
yeah, again, he was really limited on time. He didn't have time to do it. So it was
yeah.
unfortunately no lyrics, but yeah, we actually had so much fun filming that video. It was just one location, unfortunately, but I tried to, get mad and show them angry that I am,
Yeah,
to be expressive as much as I
sure.
could, and show my body language as well.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I did a little bit of dancing too.
Yeah.
So we threw a little bit of that in there, not too much.
Well, that was going to be my question to you. I mean, I know you have an extensive musical background, but the way you
Hmm.
come across in these videos with your moves and your expressions and the way you look at the camera stuff, do you have any
Uh-huh.
like modeling, acting? I know you've done some performances, right? Some theater stuff, right?
Yes, I've done that, and I also, yeah, I've done musical theater since I came to Boston a couple of times, but not honestly, I wouldn't say not too much. I think it's something I got just as a talent. I would say I'm lucky
Mm.
to be able to try to express myself and then look okay, you look good. I would
Yeah,
say. I mean, it's also I learned a little bit of that too during the voice and all the like that competition, and I performed a lot in the past, so I know what looks good, what looks less good.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Um, track 6, Miracles. To me, this song
Hmm.
sounded very personal. Um, the lyric
Hmm.
I found to be very personal. Um,
It could it definitely is, I would say, although it doesn't say who it is about, right?
right,
So
yeah.
you can take it, yeah, you can make your own interpretation of the song.
Hmm.
Um, Which is, I was just talking about that actually. Yeah, you don't know if it's a friend. Is that a parent? Is that a boyfriend? Is that a god? A god, maybe. I mean, it could be anyone, right?
Yeah.
But it is personal. I love that the songs are not love typical love songs for sure.
Yeah.
And you don't, yeah, it's just maybe you too, but it's also not typical. It's actually pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I agree. And this, I mean, the sound of it, it's a big song, Miracle. It's
Hmm.
slow, um, but it has that big melody to it too. And
Yeah,
I think that makes it even more personal. Yes.
definitely. Now you mentioned U2. To me, this is the next track and on track 7. This
Hmm.
is a total bona fide hit right here, to
I
my ear.
agree. Yes,
Um,
that's my favorite, and I think it's a hit.
yeah,
It's a really
between the
catchy
lyric, the
song.
melody, and the chorus were just fantastic.
Fantastic. Yeah, I agree. I think lyrics are amazing. It's a storytelling. You know what's
Yes,
going on. You're definitely,
yes,
you can, it's descriptive. You can imagine what's happened and
yeah,
see if you can make a movie in your head by
right.
listening to the song. So, yeah, I love it. I mean, and I definitely can relate in terms of I would be the same. I would actually deal with that situation, like my boyfriend hooking up with my best friend, the
Mm,
same way. Just simply accepting and letting go,
mm,
and be like, okay, good luck. I
right.
mean, I wouldn't be happy with it, but definitely wouldn't get depressed over it, or, you
Mm,
know,
yeah,
if you're not in my life, it's for better for sure. So I
yeah.
know my qualities and you were best things in my life, but not anymore. And
Mm,
I'm just moving on,
there you go.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, very, yeah. Refreshing.
Exactly. Yes. Move
Um,
on. Next page.
exactly. Track Fire in Me. Now, this is where I hear like the true 80s, like the big drums, the guitar. I notice, at least to my
Mhm.
ear, are you singing in a slightly lower register in this song?
Yes, yes,
You got a
yes.
little bit more of a growl to you in this one. True 80s track
True.
right here.
True. Well, fun fact, I was sick at that time, because that was one of the songs that I recorded later towards the end. Actually,
Okay.
one of the last ones, Miracles as well. Um, and then what else? Maybe Bulletproof. Not sure. But yeah, I was sick at that time, and my voice was a little bit lower too.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to risk and go crazy with the key,
Hmm.
Just kept it down.
Yeah.
But it actually sounded fine with with my that situation, me being sick and a little bit raspy voice. Um, yeah, it
Yeah.
fit the song, I would
I thought
say.
so. Yeah. I thought it was excellent.
Yeah,
It was a little bit, a little bit darker type, it
it
was
is.
really cool.
It is darker,
Yeah.
exactly.
Same way with like Brand New Heart. I thought that one was a little bit darker as well, as I was listening to that, the track
Let me think
after.
of it. But yeah, that one I recorded. Yes. Well, you know what? The song itself is. I felt probably it required that little bit darker sound to it.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I like that song personally. I mean, I like all the songs, but that song was the first one that I made demo for.
Yeah.
When they were looking for vocalists, so I just did it, and when they chose me, it was over that song. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Last one I got to ask you about, mainly I'm basing this on the title. I love this title, track 10, Veil on the Mirror. That alone is just piques your interest, you know?
Exactly. Yes, I know, and it's a confusing song when you think about the lyrics. You are not sure what's going on. I mean, someone's getting married. Is he disappointed in the person that he's getting married to, or someone else? And then he's getting married just to move on, or she. I mean, whoever. In
Yeah.
this case, she, because it's me singing. But yeah, it's an interesting lyrics.
Yeah.
Definitely, it could be. Has different sides, different stories can be made out of it.
Yeah. Now, of course, your big dream was to put out an album like this, which you've realized now with the album out. Are you planning on doing some live touring now to support the album? Is that in the cards? Or do you have other projects? I looked up
I
some of your stuff. You are a busy lady.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm pretty busy. But I'm hoping for. I mean, I will definitely do a concert in Boston. You're obviously invited since you're
Okay.
not too far.
No.
um, so it'll be like an album release concert in Boston, probably a little bit later after all the holidays and craziness. So
Right.
February, March, I'm still working on it. But that will be with my band here.
Okay.
Um, Other than that, I don't know. With the label, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Probably leave it and wait and let's see how it goes. And
Hmm.
I hope for some festivals and some live performances. Obviously, that's my favorite thing of
Yeah.
all, performing.
Definitely. Okay. Any
Yes.
plans for any more videos for any more tracks? Say like U2, maybe? Hint, hint.
I mean, it's my, honestly, that would be so good. I would love to do that because I think that song needs a video. I really
Yeah.
do need, I really do think that. But it's just, yeah, I think the label chose the singles,
Right.
so it would have to be me who would, put an effort and try to make that happen, which is
Yeah.
not impossible. Yeah, if I'm thinking about it. I've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
We'll do something. I'll definitely do some little acoustic covers of songs and put it out there, share
Yeah.
it, where I play and sing, maybe, stuff
Right.
like that. But we'll see.
Excellent. Delve a little
Hmm.
bit into your past. I tried to look up, I like to do my research on people and do stuff. With
Hmm.
your past, unfortunately, a lot of stuff I found was in a foreign language, but I was able to
Oh,
translate a lot of it.
oh
Um,
my, you could have asked. I mean, I have so many translated, in fact, for all
I
my like visa or extraordinary visas, artist visas and stuff.
Yeah, I did find your
I
website
know.
stuff.
Uh-huh.
Born and raised in Serbia, at age 9, you began piano and music theory lessons. Um,
Yeah,
were you
that's
from
correct.
was your family like musical that got you into this, or was this something that you naturally happened?
You know what? My father was a musician, but I wouldn't say that we had a tradition where we would just sit and play together and that he, tried to nourish that love for music. I think it was just me who wanted to do it, and I asked for lessons. The first time I asked was I was 6 or 7, actually, and, but then in Serbia, there is a rule, like, they suggest you start at 9 so that you finish the music school by the time you finish middle school, so that's why I started later, although I wanted to start earlier.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I definitely I think it's, genetics, and it comes from my father for sure.
What's like your earliest musical memory that you remember? Do you remember like a music box or somebody singing you a lullaby, or what's the going back in your memory banks, you know?
Yeah, interesting thing is that it's from my kindergarten when I was, there was a concert that was supposed to happen, and they were doing little auditions. They would have us, kids, try to sing something for them, and we didn't even know what we were doing, obviously, but I clearly remember I was 6 at that time. That's, I think, how I actually got interested in music, for real, but, my teacher at that time was impressed by my voice. She was like, "Oh my gosh, she's talented." And she called my parents and told them. So, and I remember that moment, and that's when it started.
Very cool. At
Yeah.
15, you enrolled, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, in this, is it Stankovic Music High School in Belgrade?
Stankovic,
Stankovic,
yes.
okay.
Pretty close, very close.
Um,
That's a music high school, yes, high school.
yeah, it's kind of like one of the oldest educational institutions in Belgrade, right? Goes back to
Oh,
like King Peter the
wow.
First.
You really did your research. I'm impressed.
1911 it opened, yeah.
Wow, yes, it's a one of the best schools, definitely. I mean, I wouldn't even say only in Serbia, but it's just Europe, and it's a really strong school. And whoever comes from, like, many people from that school went to Berkeley and other colleges, and yeah, did well. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good one.
You also got accepted to the College of Music in Belgrade. Now, is that separate from this one,
It is.
from
It is
Stankovic?
separate. Yes, yes. I got accepted. That was for jazz singing,
Okay.
and then I moved to Berkeley. After
Okay.
that, after a year and a half, I decided to audition for Berkeley, and I got a really good scholarship and moved here.
Now, sometime too, in the mix of all this, you also opened your own music school.
Yes, I did. I did in 2019, 18. Oh God, I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
Um, Long time ago. Feels like a long time ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's counting 75 students, and have people who work with me, and yeah, I love education, so I'll definitely keep that going, and
Yeah.
I'm proud of it, and I love working with kids and, well, people all ages, basically.
Yeah. Do you think between both being a student in a music school and then
Mhm.
being a teacher in a music school, have you learned more as a student or as a teacher?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Mm,
Amazing question. Uh, Honestly, I would say more as a teacher. I learned more as a teacher
mm.
in a way. Well, I did learn fundamentals and probably things that I would not be able to learn on my own,
Sure.
maybe, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just, I feel I just work full time with different levels. I think I became better pianist myself because I play all the time. It's like
Hmm.
it's constantly a constant practice, you know what I
Sure.
mean? So a few hours a day, every single day.
Yeah.
Um, but then also I learned a lot about business, how to handle business,
Yeah.
how to, like, organizational skills have became much stronger.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot from it. Yes.
Definitely, definitely. And of
Hmm.
course, you mentioned this, you got accepted at Berkeley as well, down in Boston. So that's got to be
Hmm.
very exciting. Was there much of a culture shock coming from Serbia to Boston for music, or is
It
music the
was
true
interesting.
universal language?
It is. Thank God it is, because um, I came with minimal English,
Mm,
so it was pretty interesting when I just came to Berkeley,
Mm,
since I was really stressed out and I had a language barrier. But with time, but as you say, music is universal, and I managed to be very active as a singer and as a musician there from the very start.
mm,
And it felt good. As like culturally, it's different, but I
mhm.
don't mind it. I don't mind the difference. I love the difference, and diversity. So yeah, it makes me happy.
Very
I
cool.
was happy overall. Yes.
I also loved, I read a quote of yours where it said, the power of music needs to be delivered through different methods, performance, education, and music therapy. And music has always been
Yes.
my therapy, you know.
Oh yes, mine too. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally understand. And I've seen, I actually worked with people who with needs and different challenges in life, and I've seen how it affects them at the end of the lesson. If we start and then at the end of the session, it really is a powerful tool.
Hmm. Definitely.
It
I
really
agree
is.
100% with you.
Yes.
Um, I looked back on your YouTube channel. I saw you covering a bunch of different songs. I loved your version of Let It Go. Um,
Oh,
I
that's a
thought that
long
was
time ago.
yeah, it was a long time ago, but it was great.
Thank you.
You also did this is a song that I have always loved, that Ellie Goulding song, Love Me Like You Do. I thought you did a fantastic job
Oh,
on
with my
that.
friend. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Yes.
Um, do you
Cool.
have a favorite song to cover, like a go-to song for a cover or a go-to song if you're in a karaoke bar or something like that?
That's a good question. I mean, I don't remember myself singing at the karaoke bar ever, but let's say maybe if I was there, I would do a classic,
Yeah.
maybe At Last or something like to just
Okay.
show off a little bit.
Yeah,
Whitney Houston.
sure. I would love to
Or
be
if
in
I
that
just wanted
karaoke
to
bar.
have fun, I would just do, I don't know, Don't Stop Believing or
Yeah,
whatever, Africa, Toto, or, something that everybody, it's just like crowd pleasers, I guess I would do.
yeah. Who would be like a dream duet partner for you? And you could go male or female if you wanted to do this. You know,
Mhm. So let's see. Um, I mean, I was really into Hozier,
okay.
the new
Yeah,
artist from Ireland.
yep,
The Take Me to Church.
yes.
And I would listen to him and I would think about me being on stage with him and singing. I don't know. So I would say it's him, one
Mhm,
choice. Another one.
mhm,
I really like, so now I'm talking a little like new
mhm.
artists, which is interesting.
Yeah,
But really love Maggie Rogers, the new artist.
yep,
Maggie Rogers. The older ones, I would love to do it. Well, Elton John maybe, or
yeah.
um, something like that. I can
That'd be
imagine
yeah,
that.
yeah. A lot of hey, why not? Let it go wild. So,
Yeah,
um,
exactly, right? Just go for it. Go big or go home.
absolutely. So we so the album's out, you've got some videos out, you're gonna do an album release party, you're hoping to once everything from the holidays calms down. What
Hmm.
else is on your plate now? What else do you have going? You seem to have a lot of projects going at once.
Oh, yeah. I think with the album, just take it easy and maybe do a few covers, um, and share as much as I can, so that people hear it. Um, I handle school.
Mm,
I am releasing an original song in a few months. Well, probably in February or March. That is just like a more like ballad and more. Some would say even Disney sounds. It
okay,
has like a Disney sound to it. But it's personal. I wrote it dedicated to my niece.
nice.
So it's a little bit different, but I'll still do that. And it has a video with her in it, which is sweet. And then, well, I'm hoping for another project with Frontiers.
Mm,
And this time I might even write some songs for it. So we'll see.
ex- Excellent.
Yes.
All right, chatting with Nevena here for Let's Discuss with Lance Hall. Her new album is out now on Frontiers Records. You can get it at all the major outlets.
Mhm.
Time for some fun questions. I always wind up with fun questions. I'm hoping these are questions you've never been asked. Sound good?
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
What is a day off from music like for you? Do you ever take a day off where you don't do anything musical and you just do something else?
Um, you know what? Yes, definitely. I mean, music is still there around. I'm listening to music.
Mhm.
I probably think about it, about my music and stuff, but I don't do it sometimes. I need to just take a day off and maybe go somewhere else, like we went to Stowe, um, or just cook for a day or read books for a day and nothing else.
Mhm.
But music is still there,
Yeah.
in different forms.
What is there a type of clothing style that is currently out of fashion that you would like to see come back?
Hmm. You know what? That's a good question, and I'm just thinking now. Um, Everything that came back, actually, that wasn't there for a while, like high rise jeans, and
Yeah,
then like the wide jeans and stuff like that,
right.
is back, and I really like it. So I hope it doesn't go away, and we don't go back to like 2000, early 2000 fashion. I really hope so. I mean, or
Okay.
90s. So I'm happy with the fashion nowadays.
All right. Favorite toy growing up as a child?
Favorite toy? I mean, I was a typical girl, to be honest. I like Barbies and stuff.
All right.
So yeah.
Um, let's stick back there for a moment. Give us something that decorated your teenage bedroom.
Ooh, well, I did have posters,
Right.
I have to say, and you'll be very surprised
Okay.
because that part when I was like a really crazy, I had a crazy mind when I was 12, let's say middle school.
Hmm.
I listened to Iron Maiden,
Really?
Nightwish. Oh yes, big time, Metallica. And I had all the posters. Oh yeah.
Very cool. I like that a lot.
Yes, yes, yes. Dressing up in black and all that.
Oh, that's excellent. Excellent. Um, if you could speak any language instantly, what would it be?
French.
French? Okay. What
And
food?
I just love it.
Yeah, and what is that? That's the language of love or romance. Is it French or is it Spanish? I can't remember now.
It's maybe Spanish. I just love French a lot, and
Yeah.
I will learn it sooner or
Yeah.
later. But Mhm.
Well, I mean, if you're this far up in Vermont, you go up to Canada and you'll have to learn quick.
Exactly, yes, I should do that. It's pretty
Um,
close.
have you ever been to Montreal?
No, unfortunately not. But
You should make plans to go up. It is a fabulous, fabulous city. You would love it.
I will definitely go. And I know they have the best festival. Is that
Yes.
still going on? I mean, it still happens, Jazz Festival, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I highly
Yeah,
recommend you go up there.
it will happen
Um,
eventually.
what food do you consider better as a leftover as opposed to freshly cooked?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Well, it is definitely all Serbian food, traditional food, because, and for example, if you take also soups, when you make soup,
Hmm.
it's better when you leave it for a day, so the oldest juices
Hmm.
and taste become stronger and just better. And that's with all traditional Serbian food. Same
Excellent.
thing. It's always better the day after. Always.
Okay. Um, what is one household appliance you can't live without?
Well, what is it? One thing
Yeah, a household appliance.
that I need.
Yeah, that you can't live without.
Oh, can live without. That's a good question. Let's see. Does it have to be well, whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm, a blow dryer,
Okay,
which is,
okay.
you know what? It's interesting because here, your culture, you don't use blow dryers,
We used
and
to.
yeah, you just go out with wet hair. And I can't imagine that. That's not happening in my life. So I got a blue drama here.
All right, last one, and this is the one we have the most fun with. If they were to make an autobiography, a biopic of your life, what actress would you pick to play you? And it's your life, your movie. You can pick anybody.
Oh god. To play me?
Yeah.
Famous actor? Any actor?
Yep. Yep. Any
Right?
actress. Yep.
Actress. Well, who knows? Maybe I would pick an actor.
Okay. It's your prerogative.
No, I'm kidding. Oh my. You know who? Maybe what is her name? Amanda Seyfried? Seyfried? Is
Oh,
that her
Yeah.
name?
Okay. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Siegfried or something like that. Yeah.
Seyfried.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she did now the dropout about um the Elizabeth Holmes, all the
Hmm.
situation, and she did that. She's really talented, and she has such a beautiful voice. She did Mamma Mia, obviously, right?
Hmm.
So, and I listened to her sing, and I'm like, wow, she's such a great actress and a good singer too.
Right.
So she did, and she's blonde, and I'm like, oh, maybe that makes sense.
There you go.
That would be
Makes total
perfect.
sense. Very cool.
Hey, yes.
Nevena, before we wrap up, is there any questions I didn't ask you? Anything you didn't get to talk about with this interview? The floor is yours.
Uh, you know what? I don't think so. I think you covered everything. It's really good. You did an amazing job.
Thank you.
I feel special.
You
So
are?
mission successful.
All right. Excellent.
Thank you for making me feel special.
Absolutely. Well, I wish you much success in the future. May your album preview show be sold out. Safe travels to
Thank
you out
you.
there wherever you're going next. And yeah, if I can make it down to Boston for that show, I would love to make it down and see that.
Oh, that would be awesome. Please say hi if you
Yeah,
come.
absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for everything. Likewise. Happy
Enjoy
New
the rest.
Year.
Happy New Year. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you. You too. Bye
Bye bye.
bye.